Hello there, Cancer. Michele Bee here. I've got a tarot reading for you because I love to help you raise your vibration so that you can bring in more love, abundance, money, soul purpose, meaning into your life. I have this reading for you for December. I throw a little bit of astrology in, but mostly it's tarot and lots of intuitive downloads. Stay tuned. First, we're going to start with your overall affirmations and energies, but we're going to look at your abundance messages, your love messages, and then we're going to end with just some random cards being pulled, and you can get whatever you need from it. The big thing that's going on right now, we've got Sagittarius season kicking off as I'm starting this recording. So by the time you see this video, Sagittarius season will be well underway. So I'm sure that you are feeling the full Sagittarian fire. I definitely have that coming up a lot in this reading here for you. It feels to me like it's my time for Cancer. It's like I've been struggling and doing things for other people, just being quiet and doing what's best for other people for too long. I'm ready for it to be my time. I'm ready to do things my way. And I love that about you. So my affirmation for you that I looked at your astrology, and also I had some intuitive energy going into this. My tenacity brings success, and that is in all aspects of your life. If there's something that you want, you are going to get it. You are cardinal energy, Cancer. Just because you are a compassionate, empathetic nurturer does not mean you can't go get what you want when you want it. And that energy is coming in for you this month. And we'll have the new moon in Sagittarius coming up on the 4th of December. And that will be an excellent day to work on your manifestation journal so that you can make a plan for everything that you want coming in. I see that you want more money. I see that you want better relationships. So let's go ahead and get started pulling some cards. I did a clarification. That was the Ace of Cups. You're ready. You are ready. We got the Page of Cups that came up with that. You're like, you know what? I want new starts. So if you're in a committed relationship right now, I can see you putting more energy into maintaining that relationship, because it's not something you just set and forget, right? You have to keep doing your part, your 100%. Both parties, or every party involved, has to put in their 100% toward the relationship. And so you're like, I'm putting in my 100%. And that's the only thing that you can do. You know that, right? We're going to talk more about that in a little bit. But then we got this fire, the Sagittarian fire energy that's coming in for you. So right in the center, this guy was here too. Right in the center is that wand of ambition, perseverance, tenacity, excitement, passion. There's something that you are lit up about. I feel like the full moon in Taurus that happened on November 19th gave you an intuitive download, like a lightning bolt. This was like a lightning bolt that went ching, and you were like, ugh, I want what I want, and I can get what I want, right? But this energy here is like, I don't know how to get to be that person there, that child riding on the horse in this image. I don't know how to get there. So that's the thing that's holding you up. But the message that's been coming in for me about Sagittarius season is that it's not about the goal, it's about the journey. So it's about becoming the person that you want to be instead of hitting the goal that you want to hit. All right. So you want to be a person that's bringing in a certain kind of income. You have to behave and organize your life as though you are the person that has that income, and the income will follow. So let's go ahead and look at your messages for abundance and prosperity, money, health, yada, 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 yada. Look at this we got here. There's that sun. We also have the sun in the overarching energy. So thank you for coming back up again, sun, so that we can talk about you a little bit more. And we have the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers is a lot about about right and wrong choices. And there's a part of you, Scorpio also had the lovers in the center position in the place of abundance. And what I'm hearing is these, same thing I said to Scorpio, we have these stories that we're told about when you get out of line, you're going to get punished and knocked down. So you're trying to reteach yourself how to be. I know that I do have some folks that identify as masculine in my audience, but for the most part, I have people that identify as feminine. And culturally, we've been taught as people who identify as feminine that we have to stay small or else we're going to be punished. All right, if we try to stick there are dire consequences for becoming, for pushing too far for what it is that you want, especially when it comes to money. So you are in the process right now, as Sagittarius season is getting going, you're in the process of relearning. You're going back to your childhood and relearning how to be an abundant person, how to be a person that makes money. So there's the child and there's the child. I've always associated the Page of Wands with the child on the horse because they're learning how to be in alignment with their passion, how to be in the sun, in the warmth of the excitement of life, of freedom, of being able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. So you're relearning how to be abundant. All right. So whatever patterns you learned in your childhood that kept you in scarcity, you are forgiving that, letting it go. Maybe you've already went through that in Scorpio season and you are ready to start new. So here's your advice that the cards wanted you to hear. My dear Cancerians, the advice they wanted to hear is to seek out interactions with people who inspire and empower you. So, who do you know, Cancer, that is living the lifestyle that you want to live? Who do you know that is doing the things that you say, like, I would be so happy if I was that person? If one way to know that this is a person that you want to have interactions with is, does this person make you feel a little bit jealous? And Cancerians are really, they're really in tune with their sense of jealousy. Jealousy is not a bad feeling. We just misinterpret it. Instead of saying, I want to be like that person, there's stuff that person is doing that I also want to do. Instead of that, we're like, oh, well, let's find something wrong with them. That's when when jealousy turns to the shadow side. But instead, we're looking at them and we're being like, I want to be like them. I want to get to know them. I want them to mentor me. Either directly or indirectly. They may not know that they're mentoring you when you're paying close attention to their lifestyle choices, their mindset choices that put them in that position where they are in a successful place. So you're learning tenacity through these people. You're learning success through these people because you're paying close attention, okay? And this could be people, if you're really lucky, I know you're lucky. If you're watching me, you're really lucky. If you've convinced yourself that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, then you will be friends with them and you will ask them directly to be a mentor, to help guide you on the path that you want to be on. Let me have a little sip of my coffee and I'll get started on love. Your messages for love. We got the strength came up in the center. Scorpio also had strength and the 9 of Cups in their reading. But of course, yours is just a little bit of a tweak on that. So remember the last reading that I gave to you for mid-November was all about getting yourself out of the comfortable rut that you've been in of being a person that isn't loved. You have been working on that. You have been imagining something better for yourself. That's why we had these overall cards here. I'm imagining something better for myself. Whether I'm a single person and I want to be in a connection, whether I'm thinking about my my personal connections that aren't romantic, being treated better by the people that I'm close to, or whether that be you're in a relationship, a romantic relationship right now, and you want to improve the quality of that relationship. So you have been thinking about that, and that you're like, okay, so these are the things that I love about this relationship and you're expressing gratitude for that. However, there are things that I would like to improve. So or if you're single, you're like, I'm really happy with who I am. I think that I've been doing my best. I think that I'm a real catch, but I would like to have somebody to connect with. So you're just trying to level up. And so I see that you're already, for at least the first half of December and toward the tail end, I see that you're already putting yourself out of your comfort zone and coming out. But there's a couple of pieces of advice for you in those realms. Oh, excuse me, and my nose itches when I'm doing readings because of the magic. Magic just like comes steaming out of my nose. That's what I tell myself. Okay, Michelle. Anyway, couple pieces of advice. We got the Queen of Pentacles here that's reminding you about staying in your own lane. And we have the Four of Wands. This is all about being committed. Being committed, first of all, to yourself. Okay? And I think those two go together. Being committed to yourself goes with that Queen of Pentacles. But also like being committed to your connection. And that's what immediately improves the quality of the connections that you have. Okay? So like... sometimes if you're on the dating scene, and there will be times when you're just like, you're talking to somebody and you kind of get cold feet, you kind of get scared, and then you back out of the date or whatever. You're being encouraged to go forward anyway, even if it's scary. Just get yourself out there. And as far as commitment with a connection that you already have, there is a chance that there's a part of you that hasn't been fully in. Therefore, you haven't given as much as you can to a connection. You haven't given it time that you need. You haven't asked for what you need, because you're not told. If you're like, if I ask too much, then that means that I won't be able to get out of it later. So you're being asked by the cards to ask for what you want and to put more, not more work. This is the opposite of putting more work into it. All right, okay. Not you opening up to more vulnerability, not putting more in. It's like, ask for what you need, because what ends up happening with Cancer is they can do a little bit too much in relationships. They give too much and then they get taken for granted because they're like a mother kind of energy. Whereas like that would be the Queen of Cups, but this is the Queen of Pentacles, and she's like, all right, so I need to have tangible boundaries, like very clear boundaries about what I will do and what I won't do, and I do expect other people to do their share in the connection. Okay, so make sure that you have that down. There are lots of resources on YouTube, lots of books. Like, there's so many resources about keeping your romantic boundaries and knowing what those are in the first place, because we all have different boundaries. So real quick, I want to pull 2 cards just a quick. I'm not gonna put a very much intuitive energy into reading the cards. I'm just gonna let you get what you need to get out of it for those who resonate. And if you don't, pass it on. And then I'm gonna do it like one more affirmation. Okie dokie. Intuitive, no. 4 of Swords, Scorpio got this too. It's about taking a break when you've done a lot of work, allowing yourself to rest. I think holidays are really good for that. Allowing yourself to rest after a long battle and rethinking your strategy going forward. One more. Okay. Reinforcing that Page of Cups. That means letting yourself be vulnerable in connection. There's that again. All right. Scary, 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 making yourself vulnerable. I know. I did think that I needed to pull up this card. I'm surrounded by the love and support of my ancestors. I also like to switch out ancestors also with guides and your higher self, your angelic guides, your spirit guides, and God, if you resonate with Christianity or any other monotheistic faith. You're being surrounded by the love and support. You are not alone. Okay, I'm hearing that. Is that you are not alone as you go forward. If you have times this month that leave you in this position, Okay. All right. So our affirmations for this month, for the month of December: my tenacity brings success. I seek out interactions with people who empower and inspire me, and I'm surrounded by the love and support of my ancestors, guides, and other spiritual entities. I love you, love you, love you, Cancer. Thank you so much for being with me. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you get that done. Give this video a like if you loved it. You can follow me on Instagram, but the link is to my Instagram page is in the description box below. You can message me over there or send something to my email asking about personal readings if you need it. I'm trying to get my schedule all set up for the coming new year. Love you, love you, love you. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, Cancer.